Hello team, it's Coach Tom. Today I'm going to take you through a lecture around aerobic base building. In the lecture today, we're going to cover the term aerobic base and its definition, the benefits of having an improved aerobic base both in and outside of the gym, how we approach our training for the best results, the importance of recovery before a short summary at the end. So, your aerobic base, this refers to the foundational level of cardiovascular endurance and the efficiency in which the body primarily relies on oxygen to produce energy, mainly during prolonged physical activity. It's the ability of the heart, lungs, and muscles in the body to effectively utilize oxygen for energy production over extended periods. This usually comes into play during endurance sports or activities such as running, cycling, swimming, and hiking. Building an aerobic base involves training at lower to moderate intensities, or zone 2 as it's often known, which helps increase the number of capillaries and also mitochondrial density within the muscles, leading to an overall better aerobic capacity. This base then serves as the foundation also for more intense training and performance improvements, as it allows the body to sustain higher intensities for longer durations. So the main benefits of an improved aerobic base, the first is increased endurance and stamina. As we've just mentioned there, a number of activities that take place usually beyond the 40 to 60 minute mark are where we will see our improved aerobic base really coming to the fore. It can also help with enhanced fat utilization. So when we are carrying out this lower intensity exercise, our body will turn to our fat stores for energy, which can be brilliant if we're on a weight loss journey or looking to improve our body composition. Our improved cardiovascular health, which is brilliant for the gym, but particularly outside the gym, with heart disease being the number one killer of people across the globe, particularly here in the Western world. So therefore, mitigating the risk of heart failure and other heart disease is a huge benefit of improving our aerobic base. Better post and intra-session recovery. So our recovery from all kinds of training is improved due to having a better aerobic base. This is due to how much more efficiently the body can transport nutrients and oxygen to the affected muscles, helping them to rebuild and recover to go again, and also the cardiovascular system as well. And also intra-session, so in between sets when we're lifting, and also in between any high intensity outputs during interval training or other conditioning sessions that we do, having a better aerobic base will improve the rate in which our heart rate drops, allowing us to take a higher level of intensity into our next set, next interval, or next piece of movement in our sessions. And the final one there is improvements to our mental health. So the type of training involved with building an aerobic base has been proven to help with symptoms of both anxiety and depression, level 2 or more than the traditional methods used, such as medication and other types of therapies as well. Moving on to our training approach for building an aerobic base. So consistency is key, just like building muscle. We would look to aim for 2 or more sessions per week of this lower type intensity training. Obviously, the amount of days that you would train in this area would increase over time as you progressively overload the amount of volume and frequency that you carry out in this type of training. Zone 2 is where your heart rate would mainly be during these sessions, maybe creeping into zone 3. This can be tracked using a heart rate monitor on a good activity watch or heart rate strap. If neither of those are available to you, a great indicator is being able to hold a conversation throughout the session. Now, this isn't just responding to a friend or partner in 1, 2, or 3 words. It's being able to hold a conversation involving longer sentences and even paragraphs. That'll be a great indicator that you're working at the correct intensity to be building your aerobic base. Gradually increasing your overall volume by 5 to 10% each week is advised in order to get adequate progression, but also to mitigate the risk of injuries and overtraining as well. And then finally, planning a deload week every 4 to 6 weeks, just to allow those adaptations that we're looking for to take place and for us to both mentally and physically fully recover to then go into the next phase of training, progressed to a new level of volume, intensity, or frequency. We touched on recovery there, but just in terms of why it's so important. So it allows muscular repair in areas most utilized, and it also helps reduce the risk of injury, particularly repetitive strain. So for a lot of the activities where you are looking to build your aerobic base, they involve repetitively carrying out the same action thousands, if not tens of thousands of times. If you're looking at a marathon prep, for instance, the amount of strides that you take over a training block could be in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions. And this is the same movement over and over and over again. So recovery on those key areas, usually the Achilles, the calves, the hamstrings, the glutes, the quads, and the joints, is hugely important. Not just to prevent our bodies from breaking down due to the repetitive strain, but also to allow us to take a mental break and to maintain our enthusiasm towards the training. So recovery is hugely important to keep us going and also to help us move more efficiently towards the results that we're looking for. To summarize, an aerobic base then, so it's that foundational base for any type of cardiovascular activity, and also serves as a base for more high intensity sessions such as lifting that go on for a sustained period of time. We've looked at the multiple positive training and well-being outcomes from an improved aerobic base, the ways to effectively approach training for aerobic base building, so the increases in volume and how we should manage that, and then also the actual type of training we should be carrying out to get results with our aerobic base and building it. And then finally, we've looked at how recovery plays a crucial part in progressing your build. So not just like muscle building, where we always know that taking some time to recover after sessions and ensuring that we're providing the body with adequate nutrients and rest are important. The very same goes with our cardiovascular system as well. And following aerobic-based training, we must get adequate recovery to ensure that we can go again when our next session is scheduled. Thanks, guys. Any questions that you've got further on this, please do just give us a shout.